You guys know what we're making today? Of course you do. You probably read the title and that's why you clicked on it. We're making my delicious dirty rice recipe. So let's get started and let's keep it easy. Alright, here's what you'll need. 1 cup of cooked rice, about 1 cup of my ground vegan beef. You'll need 1 cup of chopped onion. You'll need 2 tablespoons of veggie broth. You'll need 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. You'll need 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of cumin. You'll need half a teaspoon of fennel seed, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. You'll need a teaspoon of thyme. You'll need a teaspoon of garlic powder. You'll need a teaspoon of chipotle. And then you'll need a teaspoon of parsley to garnish at the end. And if you want a little bit of spice, you can add a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. So adding oil to your dish is totally optional. You don't have to use oil. But what I'm doing is I'm adding about a tablespoon of oil to a pan, and I'm gonna saute the onions in the oil. You can definitely use water if you like, if you're trying to not use as much oil, and that will work fine as well. So go ahead and add your onions to the pan, whether you choose to use the oil or not. And you wanna saute that on medium until they get translucent. So go ahead and add all of your onions to the pan, and then just move them around with a wooden spoon or a spoon of your choosing and get them nice and translucent. And that's the first step of the recipe. So I did put the cover on and let it sit for a little bit on medium-low, and I'm going to check them out here, and they're just starting to get a little bit clear. I want to have them slightly caramelized, and to achieve that I have to have it on a low setting, so it does take a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. Alright, so now that your onions are just right, you're going to go ahead and add your cooked rice. Add all of the cooked rice, and then once you've added that, you're going to go ahead and stir that around a bit, get the onions and the rice mixed up together. And then after that, you're going to add half of all of your seasoning, because you're going to season as you go so that you add enough flavor. So go ahead and mix that together and then start to add your seasonings. Okay, now that you've added half of all of the seasonings, go ahead and give that a little bit of a stir. And then after you give that a little bit of a stir, you're going to add your veggie broth. Now it's time to go ahead and add your vegan ground beef. I'm working on putting this video together for you guys. I did film it, I just have to edit it, so that's coming up next. Definitely subscribe if you want to have the details on how I made that vegan ground beef, but I will also leave the recipe down below so that if you want to make this dirty rice, you'll be able to make it. go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients, all of those dry ingredients that I mentioned to save half of. I'm gonna go ahead and add all of that and then mix it together. All right, guys, look at that. Everything is looking delicious. The house smells amazing. I'm ready to plate this up. All right, guys, here it is, my vegan dirty rice. Looks super delicious and smells amazing. I'm just gonna add some parsley to garnish, as well as some red pepper flakes because you know I like it spicy. I'll leave the complete recipe link in the description box below. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.